What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Amir Views here. We back with another video, man. We back with another banger. We back to open the mind. You already know what time it is, man. Listen, we are doing another superhero video today. We talking about a great topic, and it's one of my favorite TV shows of all time. One of my favorite cartoon shows of our time. One of my favorite childhood shows of all time. I actually watch it at least once a year, and that's Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Now, before we get into this video, I just want to say thank you guys so much for the support on the last few videos, man. I really appreciate it, man. We going crazy. My goal was to hit 20K before 2K before 2026, and that's still a goal. So we want to hit that. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the love that I've been getting, man. I really appreciate it. That keeps me going. That keeps me motivated to keep putting out these videos, bro. So I really appreciate it, y'all. I just want to say that and appreciate my bright minds. I got one of my zip ups on. This is an old model, but if you guys want a new model, I'm gonna put the image right here. Hit the link in the description for my Instagram, and you guys can place an order if you guys want to support me there. But that's enough for the self-promotion. Let's get into this video. Earth's Mightiest Heroes, man. This is why I believe the MCU could have been more. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the MCU, right? I love the MCU. That wasn't my first representation of Marvel. It wasn't of the MCU. It wasn't the MCU, right? You know, I used to watch Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I used to watch... Well, that came out, I guess that came out after MCU debut. But it was a lot of different Marvel things that I watched before the MCU was created in 2008 with Iron Man 1. And I love the MCU. I mean, it's amazing. A lot of great movies. Some duds in there. I can't lie. There are some duds. Thor 2, I'm looking at you. Thor Love and Thunder, I'm looking at you. Ant-Man Quantumania, whatever that movie was called. I'm looking at you. You destroyed one of my favorite villains in Kang the Conqueror, bro. Shout out Jonathan Majors, though, man. Innocent, but that boy was innocent, man. He great actor. But anyways, Earth's Mightiest Heroes handled the main 6 Avengers amazing, bro. And even when they added more characters into the lineup, like Captain Marvel and who else did they add? They added a lot of different characters in season 2, but they did it so well in Vision. Vision wasn't in that show. No, I'm tweaking, y'all. But they handled the characters so well with Iron Man, Captain America, Hawkeye, Thor, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Black Widow, Black Panther. I mean, they handled the show amazingly, bro. And I just want to talk about it and shine light on Earth's Mightiest Heroes and why I think if we can go back in time, I wish that the MCU would have followed what Earth's Mightiest Heroes did. And hopefully this video brings light and shines light onto an amazing show that I think should come back. If they brought back X-Men 92, X-Men 93 and brought it to X-Men 97 or whatever, we should be able to bring back not only Earth's Mightiest Heroes, but the Spectacular Spider-Man. And I will be making a video on that soon, but I want to take my time with that video because, again, that's another show that I love and I could watch it at least once a year, bro. But yeah, man, without further ado, let's get into it. We're going to go character by character and compare them to the MCU a little bit, and how I think if they just would have followed, if they would have did what Earth's Mightiest Heroes did, even though it came out after the MCU had started, man, the MCU would have been perfection. It was nearly perfect, but there's a few things that I think they really could have did better, especially with the Ant-Man and the Wasp situation and Ultron. That's like, those are huge parts of the Avengers, and they kind of just either pushed it to the side or changed it completely. So let's start with the leader of the Avengers, and that's Captain America. Listen, Captain America, I'm gonna say this is the best representation we've had with Captain America since he's been a character since the 40s, bro. Captain America was done perfectly in the show. The way they introduced him, obviously he was frozen, right? But another thing that I love about Earth's Mightiest Heroes, before I get deep into Captain America, is the first 6 episodes. I don't know if it's a Disney Plus thing or it's a disc thing. I actually have the disc. Let me get it for you guys because I really love this show. Now, like, I'm not capping when I'm saying I used to watch this as a little kid, bro. I have the DVD, and I also have the new Avengers DVD with the kids of the Avengers. I don't know where that's at. I know I had it, and I know I had Hulk which is versus Thor and Wolverine. I know I had that too. The sad part is the disc isn't in here, but I will be ordering the full volume because I want to have this. But I mean, I really love this show, bro. I'm about to put this on my shelf with my freaking action figures. But anyways, the first like 6 episodes, it's just an episode for just that Avenger. The first one was Iron Man, then the first one was Iron Man, and then the second one was Thor, and the third one was Hulk, and the fourth one was Captain America, then the fifth one was Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then the sixth one was Hawkeye and Black Widow. And when I was watching it, I was getting my hair done. My mom was doing like retwisting my hair or whatever, and I'm watching it and I'm like, yo, I never seen these. Like I remember watching Iron Man and Thor's one. But it's just amazing how the first, like, to start the series off, they just gave each Avenger their own episode, bro. Hulk's episode was fighting Absorbing Man, right? And it was his battle with the Hulk and Bruce Banner and trying to control the gamma radiation. But then you see Thunderbolt Ross. You see him trying to kill Hulk like he always does, and then Black Widow and Hawkeye come in and they take Hulk away because Shield's trying to control the Hulk, right? And then at the end of the episode, Bruce is locked up, and he's obviously Bruce, and he's talking to Hawkeye, and he's like, bro, do you really trust Shield? Do you really think they're trying to save these gamma radiation creatures, these monsters? But they're trying to create them, they're trying to control them and turn into weapons. And that changes Hawkeye. That split little, that 2-minute conversation is the reason why eventually Hawkeye becomes an Avenger in the TV show, and why when the Secret Wars happen, not the Secret Wars, when the Secret Invasion happens with the Skrull army, Hawk and Hawkeye, they trust each other. They're like, nah, this dude, he ain't no Skrull, bro. Like, he been a real one since day one. It's amazing, bro. Iron Man episode was him thinking he can only do it by himself. He's the only hero on Earth that can save the planet, and he's dealing with Shield taking his weapons and Hydra taking his weapons and turning it against him. Captain America was just a flashback. It was right before he got frozen, right? He's fighting the Red Skull, and the Red Skull is summoning freaking frost giants and elks and stuff from Asgard, and it ends with obviously him falling into the ice and Bucky sacrificing himself, so we thought, obviously. But at the end of it, it shows Kang. I know I was supposed to be talking about Captain America, but I have to break this down, man. At the end of it, it shows Kang the Conqueror. They show Kang the Conqueror going back in time, looking at Captain America's death, and they're like, the whole episode, like the episode goes out, him and Bucky fighting the Red Skull, whatever. But then at the end of the episode, it shows Kang going back in time and revisiting the whole episode, basically. But what's funny is he's like, Captain America is the reason the world is supposed to end, the reason my timeline is supposed to end. Where is it? And we don't get those answers until, I want to say, season 2, when the Skrull invasion really happens, and it's shown why Kang the Conqueror thinks that Captain America needs to, you know what I'm saying? Because he was almost the end of the world. He was the reason why the Secret Invasion happened, because the Skrulls obviously copied Captain America, which was very, very smart by the Skrulls, because he's the leader. He's, you know what I'm saying? He's like the Superman of the Marvel Universe. So whatever he says, you know, most of the villains, they're going to be like, all right, we down with Captain America. And he almost let the Skrull, well, obviously Captain America didn't, but that was the reason why the Skrulls almost won the Secret Invasion, bro. It's amazing, bro. Like the Black Widow and the Black Widow and Hawkeye episode, it shows that Black Widow is working for Hydra. She's been with Hydra this whole time, and she betrays Clint, and he gets locked up. Now he's a fugitive. Now he's locked up in Shield somewhere, and that's another reason why him and Bruce bond, especially him and the Hulk. Oh my god! And then Thor, he's dealing with Odin, and he's about to go into the Odin sleep. But Thor is like, no, I want to stay on Midgard. You know what I'm saying? I want to help the humans. They need my help. And he's meeting Jane Foster, and he's like, how are you helping these people? You have no superpowers. You have no super strength. And she's like, that's just us humans. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do what we do. And he's amazed by that, bro. I can go on and on about this TV show, bro. The introduction of Black Panther is amazing because it's him attacking the Avengers. He's seeing that if they're worthy, if they're worthy to help him in Wakanda. Hey, if you could beat me, shoot, y'all can help me out, or at least defend me. Y'all can help me out in Wakanda because I'm having some troubles. And eventually, he joins the team, but he's still for Wakanda first. Like, Black Panther in the show is amazing because he's for Wakanda first, but he's still an Avenger, and I mess with that, bro. I love that, bro, because he's still for his country, but he's still fighting with the Avengers. You know what I'm saying? This show is amazing. I really wish they would have. I really wish the MC would have took that and ran with it once the show came out, and I'm so mad that Disney canceled it. Oh my god, Disney, count your freaking days. But hopefully they bring it back. Like I said, they did X-Men 97. But this show is amazing, bro. Looking back at it, watching it, I'm like, bro, these are the best versions of the characters, in my opinion. I haven't read all the comics. I'm not a comic head like most people on the internet are, or in this realm. But I'm gonna go out and say, bro, the best adaptations of these characters, especially in terms of cartoons and live action. Hulk, forget about it. Yes, Iron Man. It's tough beating Robert Downey Jr., but this Iron Man is Iron Man pulled straight from the comics. He's dealing with his huge ego, right? And they touch on his alcoholism a little bit in the show. Obviously, it's a kid show, so they're not gonna go too crazy with him, like, you know, being a full alcoholic. But same way they do with Janet and Hank's relationship, which honestly I think they handled it perfect for a kids cartoon. Like, Hank was abusive at times in the relationship, and he was also abusive at times in the show. Like, he would neglect her, he wouldn't pay her no mind and stuff like that. Iron Man is literally like, bro, if you don't take her, I'm gonna take her. You know what I'm saying? This version of Captain America is spot on. This version of Thor, he isn't just a freaking dude with a hammer. Like, he has depth, he has personality, and it's amazing. Like, I already touched on Black Panther. Hawkeye, honestly, is the MVP of the show. Hawkeye in the MCU is absolutely boring. You honestly forget he's there. Same with Black Widow. Black Widow in the MCU is literally, she's just a girl. She's just Scarlett Johansson in some tight thong and some tight leggings, and they just want to show off her butt. And she's like the sexy girl of the team. But in this show, she's actually a secret spy. She actually has character. She actually has depth, right? Same with Hawkeye. The Hulk, forget about it. Y'all know how I feel about my boy Hulk. They nail him perfectly. The dynamic with Bruce, that same episode when I say he was fighting Absorbent Man and Ross was trying to get him and Shield was trying to get him, Hulk literally made a deal. He's like, Bruce is like, you know, you could be a hero, right? You could be a hero, you know. And Hulk is like, okay, I'll be a hero, but I gotta stay the Hulk. And we really never see Bruce really the rest of the freaking series. Like, obviously we see him in like the mirror when they're talking to each other, but I don't think, I might be wrong, but I don't think we ever see Bruce since like episode 8 maybe of season 1, in like his physical form. They handle Loki amazingly, and I think Loki in the MCU is really, really good. But this is the Loki I grew up on. Just the god of mischief, man. Just evil. You know what I'm saying? Just evil. Kang. I talked on Kang a little bit, but they did Kang amazingly in this show, bro. Kang was menacing. Every time he was on the screen, you felt that. They also added the Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom. That episode, that little like, I think it was like a 3-episode stretch or 2-episode stretch, bro. Doctor Doom, obviously, Aura himself, he wiped the Avengers, wiped the Fantastic Four. They couldn't do nothing, bro. I will say, in this show, Thor was getting beat around. Like every time he was in an episode, he was getting beat up. Now, I'm not gonna lie, he was putting BTA, but he was getting beat up a lot. I ain't gonna lie. But Earth's Mightiest Heroes, man. This show is I think this show competes with Justice League of the early 2000s and Justice League Unlimited. Like, Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes is amazing, bro. The way they started it with the most famous villains in the Marvel universe with Loki, but not some famous villains with Kang. I mean, if you're not a comic book reader, a lot of people don't know who Kang is. They had Shield, they had AIM in it, they had MODOK, they had the Serpent Society, they had the Wrecking Crew. What? When have we ever seen the Wrecking Crew in live action in any comic, in any cartoons? Like, they had the Wrecking Crew in there, they had the Leader in there, like I said, they had Absorbing Man. Like, they had so many great villains that the MCU has really never touched, and they all had it in this show, and it didn't feel rushed. That's the thing. Like, there's a lot of characters, a lot of villains, a lot of side characters, a lot of heroes in Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and only the 2 seasons, 40 episodes, 42 episodes, but it didn't feel rushed. It didn't feel crammed. It didn't feel like they're just throwing everything in there. Like, they actually really thought about it, bro. Like, having Galactus in there, having all the having all the superheroes. At the end of the show, you see Wolverine, you see Spider-Man, you see Fantastic Four, you see the Avengers, as Guardians. It's like, it's amazing, bro. This show did this show, man. I can go on and on and on. I was gonna go character by character, but I basically did that. This is my favorite cartoon of all time, bro. Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I want to give you your flowers. I don't want to make this video too long. I just want to say, if you guys have never watched Earth's Mightiest Heroes and you're a Marvel fan, if you love the MCU, please go watch it. It's on Disney Plus. You can actually probably watch it on YouTube for free. Go watch it, bro. This show is amazing. They did Ultron. First of all, Ultron isn't a freaking Tony Stark baby. It's a Hank Pym baby, which is perfect. Hank Pym created Ultron, not Tony Stark. I get why they did it. I get why they made Bruce and Tony Stark did it, create Ultron. But at the same time, it's like, how can you make an Avengers movie but you don't have Ant-Man and the Wasp? Ant-Man and the Wasp were the original Avengers. The first appearance of the Avengers was Iron Man, Hulk, Ant-Man, Wasp, and Thor. Those are the original Iron Man, Hulk, Ant-Man, Wasp. Those are the original 5 Avengers. And then we got Black Panther, Captain America, of course, Wanda, Vision, Hercules, you know what I'm saying, Captain Marvel, multiple versions of Captain Marvel. You know, there's a lot of Avengers. Beast is in it. I guess Beast was an Avenger for a time. I don't know. But anyways, long story short, they did the characters justice, man. Like, they did the characters justice, bro. Earth's Mightiest Heroes is amazing, bro. If you guys haven't watched it, please go watch it. Like I said, you probably can find it on YouTube, but if not, just go to Disney Plus. It's on Disney Plus. But long story short, with me all doing all that yapping, I wish the MCU would have handled the Avengers specifically like Earth's Mightiest Heroes did. I know that it came out after, but they canceled the show because of the MCU, because they wanted to. After this, they replaced Earth's Mightiest Heroes with the Avengers, like Avengers Assemble, and it had that MCU kind of humor. Like, this show had humor, but it was serious, bro. Like, it was serious. It really gives Justice League from like 2001 with Jon Stewart and all that. It really gives those vibes, bro. Like, I feel like it can compete with that show. Obviously, Justice League and Justice League Unlimited had more seasons, but the 2 seasons we got for this show, it was amazing. And I really hope they bring it back like they did the X-Men show in the 90s, X-Men the animated series. I hope they bring back Spectacular Spider-Man. Please, 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 please. That's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, smash that like button. If you guys didn't, hit the dislike button. Subscribe if you are new. I post every week. I love you all. Stay positive, stay safe, stay disciplined, or you will be disciplined. God bless you all. Hope you guys have a great day. Until next time, until we meet again, until we open the mind once again, Amir Views is out. Brr.
Like, why even go to the mall? Yeah, nigga be stacking this pink. Now all of a sudden I'm tall. I get racks every motherfucking season, my nigga. That's why I drip in the fall.